What is going on, y'all? It is your boy Knowledge, 7-figure entrepreneur, and I've been in the notary industry for going on 10 years now. I'm here in Brickell, Miami, my home, watching beautiful boats pass me by and just talking to you guys and letting you guys know about different things that I did to make more money as a person in the notary industry. Oh, you just gotta love Miami. People on jet skis right now. People are at work right now, and I'm here chilling. I'm here chilling while people are at work, and I'm able to do that through the notary industry. And I'm just here to tell you guys, like, I want to tell you guys specifically what actually made my business take off, my notary business take off. So years ago, when I first graduated college, I ended up being in the notary business, right? I talked about this in some other videos. So basically, I came back onto the notary business 2 times, right? First time when I graduated college, wasn't making enough money from the notary industry, making money, but it was inconsistent. Tried other businesses, made success in those businesses. Ended up spending money, just being done with the money, losing that money, having to make it back, and made it back being in the notary business again. So I ended up round tripping. We call it a round trip in crypto. When you make a lot of money, but then you keep your money in there, and then you have to wait for the money to get back to where it is. So basically, I basically went in a circle, right? Called it a round trip. Ended up coming back to the notary industry. But when I came back into the notary industry, I was tired of what I had to experience before. And what I experienced before was being a mobile notary. Being a mobile notary was cool, don't get me wrong. That changed my life in and of itself. Ooh, I can say that smoothly. In and of itself. The notary industry changed my life in and of itself, but certain things is what actually made it take off. So when I was a notary, I was driving to people's location, and at this time, I was living in Boca Raton, Delray Beach area, because that's where I went to college, around there. And when a notary job would come in, I would have to take the job. I charged a little bit more if they were further, but I would have to drive like an hour away sometimes, an hour and a half away to come to Miami, or to go to somewhere in West Palm and notarize people's documents. Although I didn't make money from that, I was burning up a lot of time. And then as a mobile notary, there's only so many jobs you can do in a day. So some people might argue, oh, why don't you just become around and do remote online notarizations? Okay, cool. Go ahead and make $5 an hour or $10 notarizing these documents. It's cool, it could work, but I just wanted more out of life. And how I was able to do that is by leveraging other people's time. Leveraging other people's time and leveraging my money and leveraging the knowledge that I learned enables me to be able to make more money being in the same industry without having to jump industry to industry. See, my problem was once I became a notary and I wasn't making enough money, I was like, all right, let me try out something different. I was like, at that time, I wanted to try out Turo. I tried out e-commerce. I tried out Amazon. I tried out Airbnb, and I did all those different industries, and they worked, but I made much more progress staying within the same industry and learning more about the industry that I was already in, rather than jumping around and trying to do a lot of different type of businesses. And I would tell you guys too, if you're an entrepreneur that's out there, and even if you are doing a business and it's not working out for you, you're better off staying within that same industry and putting your time in the industry and learning rather than jumping around. So when I ended up coming back to the notary business and I ended up focusing on just the notary business, I ended up learning more tactics, more tools, more angles, more marketing ideas, more ways, and made more connections on making money from the same business rather than hopping around. And what I end up following on, or what I end up stumbling into, let me show you guys the boats that are passing to me by. I know some of you guys aren't in Miami or aren't by the water, so you don't see it. But I love looking at that. I love looking at that stuff, especially in the morning times. But yeah, what I end up doing is staying in the same industry, and I learned how to leverage other people's time. And short story, how that ended up happening is I was at my house one day. This is when I lived in the Boca Raton area, and someone called me in Tallahassee. They needed a job done in Tallahassee, like a notarization done, and I wasn't able to do that because obviously Tallahassee was hours away from where I live now. Hours away from where I lived before and where I live now, honestly. But I wasn't trying to go all the way to Tallahassee to notarize a document for what, $100, $200? Even if it was $200, it still wouldn't be worth my time. So what I ended up doing is I reached out to one of my friends that was a notary that lived in Tallahassee, and I asked him like, hey, I have a client that's down here that needs a school form. I don't remember what form it was years ago. They needed a school form done. I'll give you $50. Are you able to do it? They were like, yeah, I'll do this document. So I said, hey, when you're finished with this document, go ahead and give me a call back. Let me know that the document is complete so I know that everything went smoothly, because as far as the client knows, they reached out to me and I'm the one doing the document for them. So I need to make sure that you do a good job at this. And they said, yeah, no problem. I do notarizations all the time. I'll go ahead and do this document. So I was like, okay, cool. So after I collected the money from this notary, charged him $100, I sent my friend out there to do the notarization. He ended up calling me back, saying, hey, everything is smooth. Everything went well with the notarization. I'm done. I'm complete. What do you need me to do? I said, cool. At that point, I just went ahead and sent him the money, half of it, and I kept the money, the other 50% to myself. At that point, I was just like, I just made money, $50, within a matter of minutes. I don't even know if the phone call was an hour, if the phone call was a minute long when we first talked. Probably like 2 minutes. I made $50 in 2 minutes, not leaving the house. Granted, when I called him and he was doing the job, I was just sitting to myself at the house. Honestly, I was stressing at that time because I didn't know like if he was going to do the job correctly or whatever it was. But I was just sitting at home and he finished it, called me, and I sat down and I had an epiphany. I made $50 just not doing anything. I made a phone call, I guess. A phone call, whatever. Made a phone call and I made money. So I'm like, I made money in the same industry, doing the same thing I always do. All I did was tweak something. See, a lot of notaries, what they end up doing is they want to make more money, so because they're not making a lot of money in the notary industry. So one of the things that the notaries do is they try to learn more documents, right? You try to learn how to do more documents because you think that if I learn how to do more documents, I can get more clients. But that's not always true. You still have to learn how to get clients, period. You're not getting away, you're not running away from marketing and sales, and no matter how hard you try to do it. It's business. They try to learn more documents because they think like, oh, the more knowledge I get of these documents, the more clients I get. It's not true. Or they try to sell you a service on how to become a notary. You know what I mean? They teach you, hey, you can make money in the notary industry, which is true, but they're inconsistent making money themselves, so they're not able to sustain themselves. So they try to sell you a service of how to become a notary, which you'll become a notary, you'll make 1 or 2 signings, but you're not going to make a substantial amount to where you can work for yourself or just enjoy life like how I'm able to do now, just chilling by the water while money is being made for me. I can probably show you guys my phone right now, and I've only been open for an hour, so a lot of money probably has even been made. But I'm able to sit here by the water while money is being made. You know what I'm saying? Like, money is being made without me having to drive to the signings. Let's see if I made any money today so far. Yeah, I made a little bit of money. The day's still early, but look at that. I made $1,000. I can't make this up. Look at that. I made $1,000. I've only been open for 1 hour and 18 minutes. I made $1,000 sitting here by the water. I can't make this up. And I'll show you guys the date as well. Look at this. April 3rd. I made $1,000.52. $1,052.63, and in net, I made $1,025.71. Fees, $26. See what I'm saying? I was never able to do it as a notary. $1,000, that would take me the entire day. That would take me the entire day of driving around, but I was able to do that. Sitting here and talking to you guys, sitting by the water, looking at the view. I'm about to go probably to, I don't know, maybe Chipotle or Bolé, get me some food, maybe grab a little matcha. You know what I'm saying? Like Miami vibes, and just sit here and chill. But I'm saying all this to say, look into the notary industry. Look into the agency industry more specifically. Don't be like all these other notaries doing these $50, $100 signings. Cool. Let them do that. And you become an agency to where you're giving them business. All you're doing is selling the shovels to people. And I'm gonna say the same thing over and over again until it clicks in some people's mind. Just sell the shovels. Stop digging for gold. Think about this as a gold rush. Digging for gold right now, like as an analogy, basically back in the gold rush, everybody was digging for gold, because They knew that if they dig for gold, they can make money. But the people that were also making money were the people that was selling the shovels. All I'm doing is selling shovels. All I do is sell shovels now. I'm a shovel seller. I'm a shovel seller. That's my job right now. I'm gonna sell you the shovels, and I'm teaching people how to sell shovels. That's it. While I'm still selling the shovels my damn self. Excuse my French. But anyways, just look into the notary industry. Whether you're a notary, whether you're somebody that's interested in getting into the industry, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm doing, so you can do the same exact thing and have this freedom now. I have it, to God be the glory, and I'm able to just soak in this energy, just enjoy it, and have that time freedom and that location freedom. I'm about to start traveling around a little bit more and just enjoying life. But yeah, I'm just showing you guys that this stuff is possible. I come from a single parent household. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could do it, you could do it. You've heard this whole spiel from other people, but it's true. Like, how was I able to do this as a young guy out here in Miami and just doing what I'm doing now? And I was doing this before I was even telling people I was doing this. And now I'm just telling people, like, hey, there's another way to do things. So I don't know. If you're interested in it, click on the link down below. I'll show you whether you're new in the notary industry, if you've been in here for a while and you just haven't been making enough money. Make sure to just go ahead and do that. Make sure to click the link in the bio, and we'll chop it up. We'll talk. You speak to somebody from my team, or you speak to me. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.